Hello. Um, so it's been a really long time since I have uploaded a video. When I started posting to this channel, it was a very different time. And since then, my life has been hell, pretty much. I know that a lot of people are struggling right now. And I've been really trying to find the will to engage again. But it's been really hard to feel like there's a point to any of all of this. I feel like I'm sort of trapped in a perpetual nightmare that I can't get out of. And, I've dealt with a lot of bullying in my life since I was a young kid. When I was really young, I went to a Christian school. And there were a lot of things that happened there that were not okay. And being that I was not one of the wealthy kids at the school, I was there on a scholarship. So I got bullied a lot from, age 5, and I'm 35 now. So I've been dealing with a lot of bullying my whole life. And people misunderstanding me. So I'm just gonna air some things out for myself, and I really do hope to start making content again. I've had a lot of issues. I've had a lot of issues my whole life, and none of it was my fault. I was subjected to a lot of really horrific things as a child. I've been in the process of trying to understand what happened to me and come to terms with that. I've been on a healing path for a long time, but with everything going on in the world and the mass manipulation that's happening, not even just on a national level, but on like an international level. And, because of things that happened to me when I was really young, I've always been able to see through a lot of things that other people can't. And, when I was a kid, I was always an outsider because of my ability to see. And I'm finding myself, in the very same place once again. So, I don't know. Yeah, like when I first started posting my ASMR videos, I was really into it, and then I kind of got forced out of my house, and then I had some unfortunate things happen socially, and I was pretty much ostracized from an entire community, and had to leave my home, not because I wanted to, but because I had nowhere else to go. And I do have, some friends that support me, but I've just really seen a lack of empathy and a lack of compassion in the majority of people that I used to interact with. So it's probably kind of a blessing that I got kind of kicked out of those communities, because they were not very supportive of me anyways. And I really put a lot of time and energy and love into people that I did not feel was reciprocated at all. So I am going to start posting videos again. I have my own place now, and I'm really trying to put the pieces of my life back together, but I'm still encountering a lot of obstacles. And I don't think it's really going to get better. I think it's only going to get worse as this push for extreme authoritarianism and control. And there's a lot of misinformation out there, and the majority of it is actually coming from the horse's mouth or whatever. A lot of the misinformation or disinformation is actually coming from from the top down, and it's intentional. And I've always been aware of this, which is, a blessing and a curse, because I wish I could just be normal and just enjoy all the sort of mundane things, but it's really hard to do that when you know what's really going on in the world, and when you understand the amount of manipulation that's occurring, and you watch people kind of turn their back on things that they used to care about so that they can be a part of the crowd and just fit in. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, at this point it feels pretty unfortunate. I've never really been able to fit in, except for when I'm around other people that are kind of like myself, kind of people who are exposed to things that they shouldn't have been exposed to. And people who are oppressed and marginalized in the ways that I've been. I'm a survivor of institutional and religious abuse. I've been abused by the medical system. I have been subjected to behavior modification, as well as basically mind control. And these were things that happened when I was young, and unfortunately, those types of things are not easy to heal from. And it's also very difficult to find practitioners who are empathic and sensitive and will take your concerns seriously. Because the way that things are structured and the way that people are indoctrinated within academia, a lot of people's abuses are actually discredited. And I think that's becoming more and more so the case. And it just makes me really sad, because I feel like before COVID, I struggled. I've always had a lot of struggles in my life, but I was starting to feel like, more stable in my life, and then that was all kind of taken away from me very quickly. And this year has been literal hell, and I've really wanted to end it multiple times. And I'm still really fighting for the will to live right now, because it's not really an easy time to be here, and especially not when you're somebody who is awake and discerning and who has been severely affected by these systems of hierarchy and control. And I guess I'm just posting this because I know that I'm not the only person out here who is feeling this way and who's going through this. And unfortunately, majority of the people that I know where I live do not support me and do not support people like me. And so, at least on the internet, can connect with people that have maybe gone through similar experiences in life. So I do plan on bringing back the ASMR videos. I used to do astrology posts, and I had to take a break from that because I was just at a breaking point, and I would like to start sharing and interacting with the world again, but with all the prolonged trauma that I've been through in the last few years, it's really hard to feel like important or worthwhile, or like people value and appreciate what I'm doing. And like I said, I think before COVID, I've always been like a humanist and an optimist, and even though really horrendous things have happened to me, I've also known some really amazing people, and I try to be a good person. And at one point I was like, finally, like people of color and like women and queers and trans people are getting a platform, and more people are listening, and now I just feel like the media, Hollywood and politics just kind of like use people as like tokens to push certain agendas and to create division and keep people from looking at what's really going on, and keep people distracted with other issues. So I don't know. I have a lot that I want to share, and I have a lot that maybe I need to share, and I would like to begin to start doing that again. And I guess this is my first attempt at really sharing anything close to my heart in a long time, because I had to kind of shut my heart off for a while. And anyways, I just wanted to also say that if you're struggling and if you feel alone, that you're not alone in that. There's a lot of people out here who are just really privileged and ignorant, and as much as sometimes I want to be them, I know that I won't ever be that way, and I'm trying to be okay with that, and I'm trying to be okay with not fitting in, and just make a place for myself, and hopefully a place for other people as well. I would like to be a sanctuary for myself and for others who are hurting, because this world is straight up evil, and it's only getting worse. And I think the only thing that can be done is for good people to find each other, because there's a lot of really awful, hateful things going on in the world right now, and there's a lot of people who just keep their heads buried in the sand because it doesn't affect them right now. But it will. It will, because, we're all sharing this one big planet, and we're a lot more connected than people realize or like to think. So I think this video is long enough, and thanks for listening, and I'll be back soon with some videos and some content, and hopefully I can get the ball rolling again, and stay safe and be well.